Welcome to Being Liberal, the podcast that uncovers shocking true crime stories and hidden truths. If you love deep dives into real-life mysteries, don't forget to subscribe to our channel and turn on notifications so you never miss an episode. Today's case is one that gripped Nigeria with horror. The murder of an 11-year-old boy, Anthony Ikechukwu, in 1996 exposed a horrifying network of ritual killings tied to powerful and wealthy individuals. What started as an innocent day of hawking groundnuts turned into a nightmare that would lead to public outrage, riots, and the unraveling of one of the darkest stories in Nigerian history. This is the story of the Otokoto Ritual Killings. September 19, 1996 was just another day in Owerri, the capital city of Imo State, Nigeria. The streets were alive with the usual bustle, children running errands, traders calling out for customers, and commercial motorcyclists ferrying people to their destinations. Among them was 11-year-old Anthony Ikechukwu, a schoolboy who, like many other children in Nigeria, hawked goods to support his family. That day, he was selling groundnuts, unaware that he was walking straight into the hands of death. At the highbrow Otokoto Hotel, a popular spot for the wealthy elite, Anthony was lured inside by Innocent, a gardener with sinister connections. Posing as a customer, Innocent offered the unsuspecting boy a cold beverage, but this was no ordinary drink. It was laced with drugs. Within minutes, Anthony lost consciousness. He was then carried into a hotel room where one of the most gruesome crimes in Nigerian history took place. Inside the hotel room, Anthony was decapitated. His liver was removed, his penis severed, and his dismembered body was buried within the hotel premises. But the horror didn't end there. His severed head was meant to be delivered to a powerful individual, the man behind the entire operation. With the boy's body disposed of, Innocent left Otokoto Hotel, heading to Eziama with his blood-soaked package. His destination, the home of Leonard Unaogu, a known member of the Black Scorpions cult and the brother of a former aide to Nigeria's military ruler, Sani Abacha. But fate had other plans. Unaogu wasn't home. He was away in Lagos on business. This unexpected twist forced Innocent to leave, but he wasn't careful enough. A commercial motorcyclist, Hilary Opara, noticed something strange, blood dripping from the bag his passenger was carrying. Suspicious, Opara alerted the police. When officers arrived, they found Innocent with the severed head of Anthony Ikechukwu. The next day, an image of him holding the boy's head was broadcast on national television. Nigerians were horrified. Who was this child? Who had done this to him? And most importantly, why? As the police launched an investigation, the people of Owerri began to connect the dots. Rumors of ritual killings had been circulating for years, but this time, there was undeniable proof. The Otokoto Hotel, a place known for its luxurious accommodation and elite guests, was now exposed as a slaughterhouse for human rituals. The case against Innocent and his accomplices seemed straightforward, but just when justice seemed within reach, a shocking twist occurred. Innocent was found dead in his police cell before he could testify. The autopsy revealed he had been poisoned. 3 law enforcement officers were later convicted and sentenced to death in 2002 for the role in his murder. But Innocent's death meant that a key witness was silenced. Still, the police arrested more suspects, including Vincent Duru, the wealthy owner of Otokoto Hotel, and Leonard Unaogu. Innocent had allegedly confessed before his death, naming Unaogu as the mastermind behind Anthony's murder and other killings. But during the trial, Unaogu and Duru denied even knowing each other. Despite their claims, the evidence against them was overwhelming. The trial began on December 9, 1996 and lasted for years. In 2003, 6 years after Anthony's murder, the court delivered its verdict. Unaogu, Duru, and 7 others were sentenced to death. However, the wheels of justice in Nigeria turned slowly. It would take another 13 years before the execution was finally carried out in November 2016, 20 years after their arrest. Leonard Unaogu, however, never faced his sentence. He died in prison under mysterious circumstances. Meanwhile, Duru's son, Obichiozo Duru, was also convicted. As a member of the Black Scorpions Court, he was sentenced to death by firing squad. Two other suspects, Alban Ajeegbu and Ebenezer Egueke, were cleared of involvement. Ebenezer, who had spent years behind bars, was finally acquitted in 2013 at the age of 62. The murder of Anthony Ikechukwu was the spark that ignited an inferno. For years, people in Owerri had whispers about missing persons, about the secret rituals of the wealthy and the powerful. But now, those whispers turned into screams of outrage. Angry mobs took to the streets. They didn't just protest, they rioted. The Otokoto Hotel was set on fire along with properties linked to suspected ritualists. The people of Owerri had had enough. They wanted justice, not just for Anthony, but for all the victims whose story had been buried in silence. The case also forced a national reckoning. Nigerians began questioning the deep-seated culture of ritual killings, where human life was sacrificed for wealth and power. How many children had met the same fate? How many powerful individuals had gotten away with murder? Today, the memory of the Otokoto Ritual Killings still lingers. It exposed the gruesome reality of ritual killings in Nigeria, a practice driven by greed, desperation, and blind belief in the supernatural. But even with the convictions and executions, many believe the true masterminds were never caught. The powerful figures behind the curtains, the ones who ordered the killings and benefited from them, walked free. And so, the cycle continues. For Anthony Ikechukwu, his only crime was being in the wrong place at the wrong time. But his death was not in vain. It opened the eyes of a nation. It started conversations that continue to this day, and it serves as a grim reminder that justice is not always swift, nor is it always fair. This has been another episode of Being Liberal. If you found this story compelling, please subscribe and share. Let's keep the conversation going. Until next time, stay safe, stay vigilant, and always question everything.